Welcome to the K Plus J Living Podcast,
where we talk about designing a meaningful home, better health, and more happiness.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode.
Hey, welcome to the very first K Plus J Living Podcast. Jennifer and I are so excited to start this podcast together, and I'm Casey, if you're wondering who K Plus J actually is. The K Plus J Living Company is Casey Cup and Jennifer Cup. Husband and wife is who we are. And we're excited to start this podcast together, right?
Yes, very excited.
So we're figuring out our format here. You know, our company is kind of clumped into three different parts, which is designing a meaningful home, better health, and more happiness. And those are the things we're going to talk about every single week on this podcast in one way, shape, or form. We're going to talk about home, we're going to talk about health, and we're going to talk about happiness. And these are the things that work for us. We're not saying that these are the things that you need to follow, but we want to just let you know, hey, these are things that work for us. This is what works for us in our life. And hopefully that in some small way, we'll be able to add value to your life and maybe help you design a meaningful home, better health, and more happiness, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think, Jennifer, when it comes to home? You know, we're starting this K Plus J Living Podcast, our company, and when we kind of launched this on Facebook and our website, kjliving.company, we shared how it was a new-ish company, and we had a lot of great feedback from people and even questions of, what do you mean by new-ish? So what is that?
Well, so we said it was new-ish because if you've known us for any amount of time, then you know that this is all things that we've been doing for a very, very long time. But what we've done is we've just kind of put it together all in one place so it's easy to find, and it just makes more sense. We've just kind of packaged ourselves in a different way. But really, like I said, if you've known us for a long time, these are all very familiar things, very big parts of our lives.
Yeah, so and big parts of our lives that to understand who we are, if you just downloaded this podcast for the first time or listening to it on iTunes. You know, I've had 20 some odd years in the construction industry in both commercial and residential. And also my wife was a photographer for a very long time, still in the photography industry. And very artistic family. I think all of our kids, we have 3 kids, one in college, one in high school, and one in junior high, 2 girls and a boy, Rachel, Ellie, and Carter. And it just made sense for us that, you know, even having the construction trades, one of the other things I've always done is coaching and life coaching, of helping people just live their best life. And Jennifer and I just kind of put all that together to form the K Plus J Living Company. So what are some of the things that we're doing as far as the home portion?
Yeah, so for years, you know, people have come over to our house and, oh my gosh, I love the way that you decorate, and, you know, can you help us? And we've always, you know, just here and there, we've helped people do that. And, you know, we absolutely love decorating our house. It's always been a passion of ours. And so doing that, and then also when I had my photography studio, you were a huge part of that, and I couldn't have done that without you. And
it was definitely a team effort.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though I was the main person, I was the photographer, I did everything. Casey was always behind the scenes and built everything for me and designed everything. We did everything very much as a team. And so even though I did the final product, I couldn't have done that, you know, without him. And the same thing with him running his business. Even though I'm certainly never there with him painting, building, doing whatever, I'm always behind the scenes helping him and bouncing, you know, he bounces ideas off of me. And so it's always been a team effort. It's just maybe with our separate businesses, one of us has always been in the forefront.
Yeah. What's been really fun through all that is this kind of going to flea markets and antiquing and finding old you know, farmhouse cabinets or old doors and putting them together to, like, even our island in our house is an old farm door and an old farm cabinet and the door is the top with a piece of glass on it. And we've just always done projects like that, and then we're bringing those things to our clients. We're bringing those pieces in our construction company. But one of the things that we really believe when we want to start the K+J Living Company is that you can have a beautiful home, but really also be lonely, not have a great marriage. So you have this beautiful facade, and we believe that your whole life is intertwined, whether it's your home, whether it's your health, whether it's your happiness, that everything goes together. And one of the avenues with this podcast is really to talk about those three all together. And really, like we said, talk about what works for us, and then hopefully you'll get some nuggets and say, hey, I'm gonna take that and I'm going to apply that to our own life. Like even for us, when it comes to the health piece, my wife, Jennifer of K+J, my wife Jennifer is my mentor when it comes to healthy eating, and she has led me and guided me on what it means to live a healthy life. And she is much better than me at that. I'm the one that's always fallen off the wagon. And but really, it's not one of the things you'll hear us talk about. It's not about dieting. It's not about, but really healthy, of better health. It's about a lifestyle and having fun with food, having fun with your life, but also not pigeonholing yourself so much where you feel like you're chained to vegetables or anything like that.
Although Carter will say all we eat in our house is protein and vegetables, so he might disagree with that.
But so one of the things we wanted to talk about, so that's what we're talking about when we're talking about being a new-ish company. We have, you can check out our website. Again, it's kjliving.company to know about the home pieces and things that we do. And also, we're going to kind of unpack these health pieces each and every week, and also things when it talks about happiness. And why don't you talk about a little bit how we have kind of a marathon view of health. There are times and seasons in your life where your routine derails, and we kind of have had that this last month.
Yeah, so we just had our kids go to school all year round, so they just had a 2-week-long break, and at the end of their 2-week break, then our daughter that's in college had her 1-week break, so we had 3 weeks of just not our typical routine. And right at the tail end of, right when their vacations met, Casey and the kids drove out to Colorado, so we had that going on.
You're working?
Yeah, I stayed home to work. And then we had Easter. And then right after that, we had this opportunity to open a booth at the Skeleton Key in Rock Island.
Arts and Antiques.
Arts and Antiques, yeah. We were super excited about that, and it just happened really quickly. And so we've just had 2 weeks of just preparing for that and kids out of schedule, and it's just been super crazy. And so just today, I was finally able to sit down and meal plan again. But, we were talking about that, and even when life gets crazy, we probably ate fast food more than we've eaten in a very long time.
Forever.
But even when we eat fast food, I do try to be careful with, making good choices, choosing, a salad or having the kids, it's not a free for all. And so even during that crazy time, we did try, to make some meals or to make the best choices that we could during that busy time.
Yeah, and I think it's really good when it comes to talking about health is that you give yourself freedom to relax, because we were just talking with a friend on how he's going on this diet that he's getting ready to do. And we actually in our house, we hate the word diet because we don't, and nothing against diets or people that do diet or the Whole30 we've read all the books and all these things, but when you're thinking about it, it's okay to diet and there's nothing wrong with dieting, but really having this marathon view where when it comes to health or better health, that you have a marathon thought that, hey, this is going to be a lifestyle, because there's going to be times in your life where things derail, but that it's a short stint. And even like going and eating fast food, there's still choices, and maybe not better than eating at home, but you can still choose to make choices that are better, that kind of keep you somewhat on track, so to speak. So yeah, we had time this Sunday afternoon to meal prep, go get groceries, and kind of recalibrate ourselves. And the fun thing about this weekend too, so we had this, we're launching our newish company, which is this home piece. We're getting ourselves back on track with this health piece. And then one of the things that this impromptu time that we had today when it comes to happiness, we said we love to antique, we love to go to flea markets and stuff like that. And today we had this great opportunity, didn't we?
Yeah, so our weather was really gross, and we were excited. The reason that we got our booth together so quickly was when we went to talk to the owner about it, she said, hey, I know it's coming up quickly, but we have this big shop hop that's going on, a big event, and she said it would be really cool, if you had enough and if you were ready to get your booth ready for then. And I'm like, okay, that's only like 2 weeks, but we pulled it off, and we've been working.
What do we have in the booth?
Oh, yeah.
Can you share a little bit about what that booth is?
We have been wanting to do this for years. Like Casey said, one of our favorite things to do is to find little antique, and like the junkier the better. We love digging through old stuff. Like it's just, I don't know, it's a weird hobby that we've always had.
It's fun.
It's all
over
fun.
Our house.
And and if you've been to our house, then you know exactly what we're talking about. But we love taking old things and repurposing them, and I don't know, just fixing up old stuff and making it into something new again. So that's basically what our booth is. We love personalized things, so you'll see some things with different quotes on it that we love, and just different stuff like that. Just kind of unique, one of a kind pieces. But anyway, so today the weather was really gross, and so they had invited the vendors to come down and meet people, but there were like 3 people there, and so the store owner said, well, why don't you should just go and, why don't you take this and go and check out the other stores? And so we were like, that's a great idea. So we did. We went. There were 8 stores that were in the shop hop, and it was
stamps.
Yeah, and so each place you went, you got a stamp on your paper, like a little passport, and so we went around, and it was awesome because we got to go to stores that I had never been in. Some of them I didn't even realize they were there.
So in the middle of the day on a Sunday, we got what we called a day date.
Yeah, an impromptu date.
Which was fantastic.
Yeah, our kids were with Grandma, so it worked out. They were baking macaroons, speaking of derailing. Carter likes to bake a lot. So we went there, and we went and had lunch. And
Are cookies actually derailing, though? I would argue.
You would.
Okay. I argue.
They do have sugar, and I'm kind of a sugar Nazi.
Yeah, she's a sugar Nazi,
Sorry.
but
So we went on a day date, and that was really fun. Then we went and got groceries, which, if you're anything like us, groceries kind of count as a date.
It does.
It's
not the official date, because we
No.
do like to go out and find different places to eat where it's just us, but we love to go grocery shopping by ourselves.
No kids allowed.
No kids
ever.
allowed on the grocery shopping duty, because it's just a time for us to be together and to be alone, and we
you
just
can think, because kids
you
are
can
Vanna
think.
White in the grocery store.
That is true. Look at this.
But look, Mom, do you know what this is?
Yeah. So, hey, so this is us. This is Casey and Jennifer. This is K plus J Living. You should check out our website. Kind of talked about it. kjliving.company is our website. And we're just getting this podcast going. It's exciting for us. Obviously, it will evolve as it goes. But here's one of the things that we would love to have those of you that are tuning in and listening, and hopefully, are becoming our tribe, is find us on Facebook. We do have K plus J Living on Facebook. Also, we're on Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest and all social media, blah, blah, blah. But also, we would love to hear what your questions are when it comes to designing a meaningful home, better health, and more happiness. And you can do that at our email, which is contact@kjliving.company, or you can also call us, which is 309-481-3131. And we want to have you ask questions about those things.
But can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, because we did have a question.
Oh, we did?
We did.
Oh,
so
hey.
The question was...
Look at that. Who is it from? What's first name?
Kelly.
Kelly.
I love
Kelly? Okay. So what did
Kelly's
Kelly
a genius.
She is a genius.
She's a local genius that asked us a question.
I would put her in the savant category.
Awesome. She'll appreciate it. So
Kelly
the
savant is asking us. Does that make us savants? Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
Maybe
so she wanted to know. She was talking to her sister, who's building a house, and she wanted to know our thoughts on what are some of our favorite colors. And actually, this question had just come up on our Facebook page as well. And if you go on Pinterest, you need to look up the color Palladian blue. Palladian, doesn't it? It just sounds beautiful.
Flows.
Yeah. So that is like our top favorite color. It's a blue color, but it's very neutral, soothing. I've never liked blues. We've never decorated in blues before, and we did this color, 3 years ago, and we are not tired of it. I absolutely love it. And then also, is Palladian, is that a Benjamin Moore color?
I have no idea what it is.
I don't remember. I always get them mixed up because there's Palladian blue, and then there's also sea salt.
So here's a great thing about colors is, like, we use Sherwin-Williams on most of our projects and most of our things that we build. And the nice thing about it is whatever you use is all these companies can color match any color you have. They have all the decks of all the other companies, so that's a cool thing. So Palladian blue is Benjamin Moore. You can find it at Sherwin-Williams. If Sherwin-Williams has Palladian blue, you can find it at Benjamin Moore, whatever you want.
Yeah, someone did tell me today that they don't like to match, but they did match for us.
They don't like to match what?
Paint colors, like if you bring in another... But they did. They did match for us.
Oh, whatever.
I'm just telling you.
Well,
maybe they're ridiculous. Like rolling their eyes when we walk away.
Sherwin-Williams never does that. They're great.
Well,
they're great.
Just telling you what I heard.
So there's the color, Palladian blue. And I also, one of the other things that we absolutely love, is tall trim, wide casing on your windows and doors, and high gloss white,
which we don't have in our house.
In this house, that we do have it in our other home that's a rental property, but
so you have to make it work if it fits the style of your house.
Yeah, so
but that's our favorite.
And here's why. Here's the great thing about high gloss white trim is we're doing a project right now for a client that it's high gloss white trim and knitting needles by Sherwin-Williams. Everything has a fancy knitting needles. So anyways, it's the nice thing about high gloss white trim, or actually high gloss anything, is it cleans up very, very easily. It's nice to clean. It wipes off really easy because it's that high gloss to it. So anyways, there was our question. We answered the question from Kelly the Savant. That was so much fun. So anyways, if you have any more questions, like we said, you can call us at 309-481-3131. You'll get our office number, or you can email us at contact@kjliving.company. Find us on all the social medias, Facebook.
All the interwebs.
That's what we like to say about our house. And then you'll see us next time on the K plus J Living Podcast.
Awesome. See you next week.
Bye-bye. Whoa, hey everybody, we forgot to announce this challenge that we're doing. We got so excited about our new podcast that we didn't announce this challenge, right, Jennifer?
Yes, don't go anywhere. Okay, we were so excited. I can't believe we forgot this. We are doing a zero budget challenge contest. So what this means is you are going to submit us a picture of your room that you would love to have us redo. So let's say, for example, it's your living room. Maybe you just got a new couch. You really like the room. Maybe you just had some family pictures printed. You kind of know what you want it to look like in there, but you've just been hanging things on the wall where the previous owner left their nails, and that's just where you're hanging things. So you have the potential, you have the things, you just don't know how to make it come together.
Yes. So what we want you to do is email us a picture of your space, okay? And I want you to send it to contact@kjliving.company. Again, it's contact@kjliving.company. And here's what we're going to do. And in 1 week, okay, we're going to post them on our Facebook page, which is K plus J Living. And the one who gets the most likes is going to be chosen for the Zero Budget Challenge Contest that we're doing it. But are there any rules to this, Jennifer?
Yes. So we need you to live in a 20-mile radius of the Quad Cities so we can come and see you. We wish we could fly somewhere, but we're just going to stick close to home. But you just need to send us a really good picture of your living room so that we can really see what's going on and everybody can, vote for the one that they think, maybe not the best, but actually the worst, and the one that they want to see us redo. And so this is, again, it's a $0 challenge. We are just coming in. We're using some awesome things that you have.
Your stuff.
Yes, your stuff. And we're just going to make your room sing and really tell your story.
So there you go. The Zero Budget Challenge starts
now. Go.